Thanks for tuning into the NBA here on 2K Sports. Wednesday in the NBA. It's going to be the New York Knicks up against Danny Granger and the Indiana Pacers. And let's send things courtside to Kevin Harlan, who's in Indianapolis, ready to call the game.
It's the NBA here on 2K Sports. Glad you tuned in on this Wednesday night for our live coverage. Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr are here. Doris Burke is our sideline reporter, and this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see the Indiana Pacers defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. And now the New York Knicks starters. Billups and Fields pairing up in the backcourt. Melo and Amari at the forward slots. And it's Turioff in at the 5. And for the Pacers, Granger, Hansbrough, and Hibbert are the front court. Paul George is out there with Collison.
I tell you what, the Knicks are not a team that puts fear into you when they hit the road. But they weren't the same pushovers they were in the years past.
It'll be the Knicks off the tip. Outside Anthony. It's Fields on the wing. Back to Anthony. Now the pass to Stoudemire. Lets it fly. Hits the jump hook. Brought up the Knicks on the road, 19-22 last season.
Now that's a huge leap over what they did in the pre-Amari Melo days when they were really struggling on the road. So a big step for the Knicks last season. Let's see if they can capitalize this year and make even more improvement. You can't just get a hand up. You've got to anticipate what he's doing before he shoots.
And here is Billups. Here's Anthony on the money with the open jumper.
Man, is he hard to defend. You play him one way, he'll just go the other. Boy, what a trade that was a year ago. The Knicks giving up 4 starters to get Carmelo Anthony. And of course, he's a superstar. And the old saying is you give up whatever it takes to get a star. And I think Carmelo is going to be great for New York over the years.
And Doris Burke spoke with Mike D'Antoni. Doris?
Kevin, he said they're going to be leaning on their big men at the defensive end. They've demonstrated such tremendous shot-blocking ability that it really frees us up to take more chances on the perimeter, knowing we have that insurance policy down low. Guys, back to you.
Terrific, Doris. Thanks. Clark, what's your take on that?
I like the mindset they're coming in right now. I think it's the right mindset, a strong defensive effort from them today. I mean, I think it's essential.
Steve?
Well, no question. If they can have success defensively, they're going to create some offensive opportunities for themselves in transition.
Oh, boy, looks like he was injured there.
Well, you can tell he's hurting. Let's hope it's nothing major and that we see him back here soon.
Ditto to that. Injuries, unfortunately, are part of the game.
So it's Indiana now. Steve, we're talking about the trade, one that seemed to work out well for really both teams. Clark, the Nuggets went on a nice run themselves to finish the season.
Yeah, I think it was a situation that's going to prove to be very beneficial, a win-win for Denver and New York. And I agree with Steve. I mean, when you have a chance to get a player in his prime of that caliber to go with another prime-time, high-caliber player in New York, I think you had to do it. You got to give up a lot to get a lot. But I think both teams are in good shape, and the Knicks perhaps in the best shape they've been in decades.
We knew Denver didn't have a whole lot of choices. But we knew the Knicks could certainly pull or not pull the trigger, and I think there's probably some division within their basketball front office if they should or should not make the trade.
Yeah, I bet you. I think you're right, Kevin.
Yeah.
There probably was a lot of debate about that, and some landed on one side or the other, but I think they ended up in a good spot as an organization.
Here is Jeffries, following the basket by George Hill. There's the feed to Stoudemire. Gets the bucket from 20 feet away. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Give and take, back and forth the whole way thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes already, and as Rasheed Wallace once said, both teams playing hard, my man.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Hansbrough. No good with the layup. The Knicks with the lead.
You know, when you think about the history between the Pacers and the Knicks, I mean, back in the 90s, this was one of the most combustible and compelling rivalries in league history.
Here's Hill. after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Outside Hill. Pass to Hansbrough. He's against Stoudemire. The jump hook, and it's good. Hansbrough's got his second basket of the night. We're talking about that classic rivalry, the Knicks and the Pacers, in an era where physical play was the rule rather than the exception. The battles between these two teams could really get ugly.
Yeah, remember some of those days, Charles Oakley and the Davis boys, Rick Smits, Ewing. Those are some great battles. And, of course, Indiana and New York City, both basketball hotbeds. So just kind of a natural rivalry. Love to see that one get going again.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
You know, I think it was really exciting for this Pacers team getting into the postseason last year for the first time in 5 years, guys. I mean, the youth helped as we saw the passion come out in that Game 4 win against the Bulls. And I thought they competed very well in that series and have some promise going forward.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Jeff Foster's checked in for Hibbert. Dunleavy comes in for Danny Granger. And it's Collison in for Brandon Rush. Ronny Turioff, he's checked in for the Knicks. Douglas comes in for Chauncey Billups. Here's Douglas. Here is Jeffries. Ripped away.
Well, that was not an easy play, but he made it look routine.
And Foster kicks to Hansbrough. And again, it's Indiana converting. Clark, I agree with you. You know, brought the Pacers making it into the postseason. They were the 8th seed, but really did a good job against a very talented Chicago team, Steve.
Yeah, very tough opponents. Anytime you're going up in that first round against a team like the Bulls as an 8th seed, you get to see what a team like that's made of. And I think that young Pacers squad really accounted for itself in a good way in that playoff run. We'll see if they can take advantage and really have a good season this year.
And that one's good.
Probably time to bring an extra defender, change up the defense a little bit.
Well, Steve, he's been so good. I think they got to take the ball out of his hands right now.
Kicks to Walker. He's picked up by Hill. Now Turioff. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Jeffries. But they get it back. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Just 4 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Collison, an absolute bomb from three-point range. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Pacers lead by 6.
And how about the defense, guys? They have really controlled the lane with their shot blocking.
Yeah, excellent defense there. Every shot has either been altered or rejected.
And we'll get back to the action right after this. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. Here is Collison. 6-point game.
I think Darren Collison is penciled in as the Pacers' point guard of the future, and with blazing speed and a really insatiable appetite for the game, the future's bright for him.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Pacers. Granger and McRoberts are at the 3 and 4. Collison is out there with Dunleavy, and it's Foster in at the 5 down low. Here's Williams after Danny Granger's bucket. Clock at 6. Fields with it. Looking for his first bucket of the game. Gets it to go. Well, Darren Collison's shooting percentages fell back to earth a bit last season following his scintillating rookie season. But, Steve, he's still plenty dangerous offensively.
Well, he's so quick, and he can get around his defender at will, and he's added that jump shot. He's gotten much better with that shot. So, Darren Collison, a guy who can beat you in a lot of different ways.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Hey, Kevin, when Amari Stoudemire signed with New York prior to last season, he referred to himself as a pioneer. The Knicks are back. We're going to start a dynasty approach program here, and today's the first step. At first, though, it wasn't easy. The Knicks struggled, and Amari spoke out. We just can't have guys complacent and comfortable with losing. We have to show more heart and go after it. The Knicks management got back on track, Carmelo Anthony came on board, and with the Knicks making the playoffs, it seems this is a team headed in the right direction, guys.
Amari's got the ball rolling, and we'll see where it leads. Thank you, Doris.
Yeah, a lot of excitement in New York City. Amari has really taken on the leadership role for this franchise.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
Well, this is a Knicks team that has been built through free agency and trades. Of course, when you're in New York, you're a very attractive destination for free agents, and that's why they have gone that route rather than through the draft.
Roy Hibbert's checked in for the Pacers. Rush comes in for Mike Dunleavy. Jared Jeffries, he's checked in for New York. Anthony comes in for Amari Stoudemire. Here's Collison. He kicks it to Granger. Fields covering. Shoots. Granger with the bucket. Granger's got 7. Never easy to trade picks away, as you were saying, Steve, but the Knicks, Clark made up for it last year by nabbing Fields in that second round.
Yeah, that was a big get. I mean, a really nice second-round pick for him, Kevin. The Knicks didn't draft Tony Douglas, but traded for him cheap, too. So even with moving their high picks, they still added some pretty good talent.
Donnie Walsh doing a pretty good job.
He's one of the best, has been for a long time. So.
Here is Nick Roberts after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. 6 to shoot. Williams against Granger. Over Williams. And again, it's Indiana converting.
Well, after a slow first quarter, he's starting to pick it up a bit here.
Anthony with it. Nick Roberts on him. And that one's good. Anthony's got 4 points now in the quarter. Here's Collison.
I think in Tony Douglas, the Knicks got a great find in the 2009 draft. He was the 29th pick. Pretty gutty defender, but a terrific scorer.
Now here's Granger. The lead is 2. The jump hook. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
Coming up big now. He's made every shot he's taken this quarter.
Clark talking about Tony Douglas on a Florida State, a combo guard, Steve, and he's not a great playmaker yet, but he does do a great job of limiting his turnovers.
So he understands his limitations as a point guard, but he really focuses on his outside shot offensively. He's shooting about 38% from long range for his career, and a guy who can get extremely hot pretty much any time. Very streaky shooter.
New York calls timeout.
And the Knicks last season did not use their bench very often. Kind of typical of a Mike D'Antoni team. He relies heavily on his starters, and that was the case a year ago.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Tyler Hansbrough's checked in for Josh McRoberts. Dunleavy comes in for Danny Granger. And George Hills subbed in for Darren Collison. Then for the Knicks, Ronny Turioff, he's checked in for Sean Williams. Walker comes in for Landry Fields. And Chauncey Billups has subbed in for Tony Douglas. We've got 1:55 left in the first half. Fires the 3. Second chance shot, and Anthony with the lay-in. Anthony's got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, I like the rugged work on the inside that led to that very easy putback. That's going after it there, guys.
It's tipped. New York trailing. Here's the break. Throws up the alley-oop. Turioff misses.
That would have been a nice alley-oop there.
Well, you got to love the effort, though. Almost showtime. In 2005, with the Phoenix Suns, Mike D'Antoni was Coach of the Year. The Knicks brought him in to bring some of that winning formula he had in the desert to the Big Apple, and it finally paid off last year.
Nice time to use that foul to stop the layup.
You know, if you can save just 1 point, that foul was the right move.
First free throw is good. Yeah, Clarkie made the playoffs, and Mike D'Antoni had them playing some good up-tempo ball. Steve, did you like it? Did it fit what they had there? What was your overall feel on what D'Antoni did when he had a full roster?
Well, he had a tough job because the roster changed so dramatically with the Carmelo trade. But I like it. I think the style suits the personnel and vice versa. And I think this has a chance to be a very good team in the NBA this year. Well, the Pacers handled themselves pretty well against the Eastern Conference last season, 28 and 24. And they seem to be a team on the rise. They've got a lot of young talent. And having made the playoffs last season, they're hoping for more this year.
Knicks trailed by 5. Phillips kicks to Anthony. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one on Dunleavy. And for the Pacers last season, finishing 4 games under 500, but they are an ascending ball club as they made the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, they're building it the right way, too. Larry Bird and David Morway putting some pieces together. A nice core group of young, hard-working, talented players. Now you just, with some salary cap room there, perhaps you can add a piece or two to elevate your talent base and your experience level. Being patient, not taking shortcuts. They're headed in the right direction.
Good place to play.
Yeah.
Danny Granger, he's checked in for Brandon Rush. And New York with the change here, too. Stoudemire's checked in for Jared Jeffries. Both free throws good from Anthony.
Well, the Pacers historically have always been tough on their home court, and last season was no different. 24 and 17 in Indianapolis. It's one of the reasons the Pacers made the playoffs.
Now here's Granger. He's got 11.
Well, that's a really slick move to come up with that steal.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And it's Anthony getting it to go. Anthony's got 10 points in the quarter. Here's Hill. They lead by 1. Granger outside for the 3. Good. The assist goes to Hill. 14 points for Danny Granger.
And I think defensively, you've got to commit a second defender because he's just destroying you right now.
Yeah, one-on-one, he's been a handful.
And they answer right back with that 3.
It's a good old shootout. The fans are enjoying this show.
It's the Pacers leading by just 1.
I hope you're enjoying your Wednesday night. Welcome to HP at the Half. The Pacers living up to their team moniker tonight, setting the pace in this one. The shooting percentage they're sporting, straight up cartoonish right now. Defenders just don't know what to do. Danny Granger's just having his way against New York. The bucket looks about 5 feet wide for him. He hasn't missed 1 shot. Can you believe it? On the other side, the Knicks looking pretty solid as well. They've been working the ball inside, getting in close, easy points around the rim. Carmelo Anthony has had himself an amazing start. He's up to 14 points, and the looks have been coming for him. A great shooting percentage from the floor and the line. Nothing comes easy in the NBA, but these two are making it look so. Here are your top scorers. And that's going to do it. We'll send you back to the game in Indianapolis. The third quarter is coming up next.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Here's Hill. On the court for the Knicks. Melo and Amari at the forward slots. Billups and Fields pairing up in the backcourt. And it's Turioff in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Gets it to go. Granger's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Pacers. Knicks trailed by 3.
You know, Kevin, I thought the Pacers really showed well for themselves in that series against the Bulls in the playoffs last year, and Danny Granger was fantastic. His game was really on point.
Now here's Collison. Dishes to Hansbrough. 5 to shoot. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Over Anthony. Danny Granger again. Granger's got 4 points now in the quarter. And Steve, for the Pacers, it had to be encouraging to see Danny Granger at his best when it mattered the most.
Yeah, he played extremely well in the playoffs, as Clark mentioned. And he's one of those guys, I think, who's so versatile. He can do so many things on the floor. That he's got the ability to hurt you in a lot of different ways. You see that as soon as there was an opening, he threaded the pass right through it.
Timeout called the Pacers.
Well, the big story for the Knicks this past year was the acquisition of Carmelo Anthony. Having already signed Amari Stoudemire, the Knicks made the deal for Anthony and all of a sudden had one of the great 1-2 combinations in the league.
Jared Jeffries, he's checked in for New York. Here's Hibbert, still looking to get on the scoreboard. And here's Collison, and Billups picks him up defensively. Clock at 4. And Hansbrough slams it in. Here's Billups. He has 5. Anthony with the screen on Collison. Anthony against Granger. 6 on the shot clock. And stolen by Granger. Pacers leading by 3. Hill. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Hill's got his second basket of the night. And here comes Billups. Picked up by Collison. Here is Fields. Off target with his 3. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yes, sir, fellas. They've had it going on big time.
Big time is right, Clark. A lot of momentum here offensively.
Boy, I like the fluidity I'm seeing from them on offense. It's a thing of beauty. Fun to watch.
Yeah, it is. They're moving the ball well, finding the open man, making that extra pass. They're playing very unselfishly right now.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
This run a definite concern. They've lost all momentum, and they need to try to sort this out right away.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Jeff Foster's checked in for Hibbert. And it's Rush in for George Hill. And a switch here also for New York. Bill Walker, he's checked in for Landry Fields. Here's Billups. He's got 5. And Anthony gets double-teamed. There's a good screen. Phillips kicks to Walker. Shot to stop the run. And yes, a nice assist from Phillips. Phillips has got 3 assists tonight. Pacers leading by 6.
You know, Kevin, one of the things that's sometimes overlooked with Phillips, he's strong at 6'3" and 200 pounds plus, but he's an excellent low post player for a guard.
Now here's Hansbrough. 13 points in the game. Shot clock at 5. Jeffries there. Hansbrough, that's good. Hansbrough's got 4 points now in the quarter. And Clark, you talk about Billups' great post-up ability. He may be slowing down with age, but Steve, that post-up game of his is timeless.
Yeah, 6'3", you know, as Clark mentioned, a really strong body. And he's got good footwork, great touch, just a good knack for scoring. He's one of the better post-up point guards in the NBA today.
Now Collison. He's guarded by Billups. Collison against Billups with 1 on the clock. And Foster kicks to Rush. The 3. It's rebounded by New York. Outside Billups. Stoudemire. Anthony backing him down. The open look. And there's another one for the Knicks.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
Well, they continue to find the open man and play unselfishly. This is true team basketball we're seeing.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
There's a lot of contact there. Good call.
You know, he bothered his shot, but he still got a pair of free throws out of it.
Well, free throw drops for Hansbrough. Both teams deciding to change it up. Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Douglas. 16 seconds left in the third. From deep. Good on the shot. Douglas has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. With 1 on the clock. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets.
What a great game for Granger in this one. He's got 21 points. The 9 of his points have come from the three-point line.
Clark, he's got a very confident stroke going right now.
Back in a moment from Indianapolis. Fourth quarter getting going here. It's time for our Sprite Spark of the Game report. Let's go to Doris Burke.
And Kevin, for that great stretch the Pacers put together, they get the Sprite Spark Award. They keep going right at that defense and continue to pile points on top of their lead. Every time you look up, their lead seems to be getting wider.
All right, Doris, thank you. That run has made a difference, guys. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's what got them off and going.
Yeah, they were really able to seize the momentum at that point, and they just rode it.
Granger and McRoberts are at the 3 and 4. Dunleavy is out there with George Hill, and it's Hibbert in at center. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Outside Hill. From 11 feet away, and he connects with the jumper. And the Pacers lead by 2.
Both of these teams have really stepped it up offensively.
You know what, Steve? They haven't missed a chance, and I think both teams really know what's at stake on every possession here.
Now here's Douglas. He's picked up by Hill. There's the pick. Shot clock at 6. Outside, Fields. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
That's 9 straight points coming off 3 3-pointers. The defense just getting shelled.
Steve, the threes are killing them. I think they've got to find a way to chase them off the three-point line.
And the Pacers call time here.
What a steal for the Knicks a year ago, finding Landry Fields in the second round. He had a fantastic season, made the all-rookie team, and a really good all-around player. Rebounder, defender, and can make a shot as well.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Frank Vogel addressing his team. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said, they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
Thanks again, Doris. Here is McRoberts. Hill kicks to Hansbrough. Puts up the baby hook. That's good. Hansbrough's got 19 points. Here's Billups. Back to Stoudemire. Picked up by Hibbert. Stoudemire outside. Douglas for 3. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Boy, these threes are picking them apart. I mean, 4 out of the last 5 shots against them, all uncontested, and all are threes.
Yeah, the defense just looks uninterested right now. I mean, they're not making the effort to challenge these shots.
It's stolen by Stoudemire.
He's been doing a nice job taking care of the ball. Not many miscues from him in this one. That's his only turnover.
Hibbert against Anthony. Picked up by Hibbert. Shots good by Anthony.
What a game. This is really fun to watch.
And when games are tight like this, I mean, success or failure can really turn on small details and 1 or 2 plays.
Now here's Hansbrough. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one is on Stoudemire.
Checking out the game Tyler Hansbrough is having. He's got 19 points, and he's made 3 shots at the foul line.
Now that's important. I mean, get to the foul line. Any team, when you can outscore your opponent from the foul line, it's critical, and he's trying to do his part right there.
And he can't get the first one. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Jeff Foster's checked in for Hibbert. Granger comes in for Josh McRoberts. Dante Jones, he's checked in for Mike Dunleavy. And it's Collison in for George Hill. Bill Walker, he's checked in for New York. Good on the second free throw. Here's Billups. Stoudemire outside. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Knicks lead by 5.
How about the hustle? He doesn't have a whole lot of speed, but boy, does he play hard.
And the Pacers call time here.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain him.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Hibbert comes in for Jeff Foster. And George Hill's subbed in for Dante Jones. And New York with the change here, too. Anthony's checked in. Here's Granger. The jump hook, good. Granger's got 23.
They are just lighting him up from mid-range area.
You know, sometimes we forget about the value of the mid-range or in-between game. This team has made 8 of their last 10 with that shot, the in-between shot.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're winning by 3. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. The Pacers making a switch here. Rice is checked in. .156 left to play here in the fourth. Anthony against Hansbrough. Anthony, the pump fake kept the D off balance and gave him room. Anthony's got 4 points this quarter. Pacers trail by 5. Granger outside. Clock at 6. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Sinks the first one, and that narrows the gap to 4. George Hill's checked in for the Pacers. And so he makes both from the line.
As if there was any question, Kev, he's just not fazed by the pressure. He stays focused and always makes big plays.
Now here's Billups. Anthony, another shot. Shot is blocked, but they retain possession. He's against Hansbrough. They shoot again. Straight up, and it's Stoudemire with the jam.
Boy, he really muscled his way to that rebound, guys, didn't he?
He sure did, and then hammered it right back in there.
Well, that's the importance of offensive rebounding. What could have been a failed possession turned into 2 points.
Timeout called the Pacers. They're behind by 5. 1:04 left to play in the final quarter. Mike Dunleavy, who's checked in for George Hill. Here is Collison. And Billups picks him up defensively. Collison with it. Now here's Granger. Blocked. And they are in the driver's seat.
Yep, basket here, and that pretty much wraps it up.
Outside Billups. Anthony backing him down. Just 5 to shoot from the baseline. And there's another one for the Knicks.
They've really executed well here offensively.
Well, it's going to take a major catastrophe, a colossal collapse, for them to not walk away with the win.
Now here's Collison. Just his first attempt. Count it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Boy, that is a sweet feed from his teammate there.
We've got 13 seconds left here in the fourth quarter, and that's an intentional foul. Here's Douglas, and they go to the intentional foul. And he misses the first one. The Pacers making a switch here. Connects on number 2, and that increases their lead to 6.
Talk about a clutch free throw, Kev. That one just might have sealed the game. Timeout
Called the Pacers. They're down by 6. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
I think they have to go for a three right now, don't you, Clark?
Yeah, I don't think they have any choice but to go for the three, Steve.
The Pacers making a switch here. Here's Granger. Sinks it.
Gotta love his burst. He is fast, man. Gets right to the rim.
Here's Billups, and they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Well, he didn't have much choice but to foul. Unfortunately, this is the last guy you want to send to the free throw line.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I mean, they stopped the clock, but these free throws are pretty much automatic.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. Time to change here for the Pacers. For 2, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Huge free throws there, Kevin. He just put this game out of reach.
From deep three-point range, misses there. So it's New York picking up the win. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, Carmelo Anthony.